Hello everyone and welcome. It's nighttime right now, so I figured I'd make the most of it and play some Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. Also, Bloodlines 2 is coming out soon, so... Yay! Hope it's good. So, let us begin. I think this is fairly neat. The game gives you a questionnaire, or the option to take a questionnaire, and it picks a clan for you. But I already know which clan I'm gonna pick. Still, I'm gonna take the questionnaire for your entertainment, so let's see which clan it gives me this time. Male. Well, obviously sneak up behind the would-be robber, duh. I would try to talk my way out of the situation, of course, and then call the police anyway. A cheap Saturday night special, of course. I don't need lawsuit or jail time, I'll pick 2. Well, of course, I would go home and read a book, unlike those heathens. I vote for the lamp. Call the cops. It's always fun. The drama. Well, I don't own a gun. I would probably go with the lamp again, but the closest thing here is the metal bar. It may be cruel for you, but for me it's hilarious. Don't need the help text. I already know how this works. And yeah, I got Malkavian. Yay! Good. This is the one I was gonna pick anyway. Oh, it gave me the points too. I'm gonna rearrange those. I will skip to when I'm done, so you don't have to watch this. So yeah, I just remembered I didn't tell you about these histories. Aside from the clan, you can also pick histories which mess around with some stats, and well, I picked ninja because obviously. Okay, now I'll probably not interject anymore until I'm done. Here we are. Up at the top is the name I gave him. So let us proceed.
I want to show you something.
Good evening. My fellow kindred, my apologies for disrupting any business or interfering with prior engagements you may have had this evening. It's unfortunate that the affair that gathers us together tonight is a troubling one. We are here because the laws that bind our society, the laws that are the fabric of our existence, have been broken. As Prince, I am within my rights to grant or deny the kindred of this city the privilege of siring. Many of you have come to me seeking permission, and I have endorsed some of these requests. However, the accused that sits before you tonight was not refused permission. Indeed, my permission was never sought at all. They were caught shortly after the embrace of this child. It pains me to announce the sentence, as up to tonight I considered the accused a loyal and upstanding member of our organization. But as some of you may know, the penalty for this transgression is death. Know that I am no more adjudicator than I am a servant to the law that governs us all. Let tonight's proceedings serve as a reminder to our community that we must adhere to the code that binds our society, lest we endanger all of our blood. Forgive me. Let the penalty commence. Which leads to the fate of the ill-begotten progeny. Without a sire, most childer are doomed to walk the earth never knowing their place, their responsibility, and most importantly, the laws they must obey. Therefore, I have decided that...
This is bullshit!
If Mr. Rodriguez would let me finish. I have decided to let this kindred live. They shall be instructed in the ways of our kind and be granted the same rights. Let no one say I am unsympathetic to the plights and causes of this community. I thank you all for attending these proceedings, and I hope their significance is not lost. Good evening. Your sire, tragic, my apologies. But you see, there is a strict code of conduct that all of us must adhere to if we wish to survive. When anyone breaks these laws, they undermine the well-worn fabric of our centuries-old society. Understand my predicament. Allowing you to live makes me directly responsible for your subsequent behavior. So, what I'm offering is not generosity, but the opportunity to transcend the fate woven by your sire. This is your trial. You will be brought to Santa Monica. There you will meet an agent by the name of Mercurio. He will provide the details of your labor. I've shown you great clemency. Prove it was more than a wasted gesture, fledgling. Don't come back until you do. Good evening.
So, those who aren't familiar with the Vampire the Masquerade lore might be wondering why I picked this specific clan. And the reason is, the clan Malkavian has what's called the Voices of Insight, and they're literal voices in their head, which has about the effect you might imagine. And it leads to some very interesting dialogue, and the insight part, well, they know things about everything and everyone. Speaking of the voices, there you go. I'm in for it now. But yeah, a Malkavian will know things that no one else will, and
Deep of the Atlantic, dark, dreaming, sleeping.
and will more often than not have a presence of mind to keep it to themselves, so other vampires don't really like Malkavians much.
What a scene, man! Woo-wee! Then they just plop you out here like a naked baby in the woods. How about that? Look, kiddo, this is probably a lot for you to take in, so, why don't you let me show you the ropes? What do you say?
The Reign of Ages plots again to wash away revelations.
What? Oh, man! And you're a goddamn Malkavian, too. Wow! You really are fucked.
Who is this dark demon I see before me?
I'm Jack. What's important is I'm offering help. You make it back from Santa Monica with your hide and we'll trade life stories, okay? Till then, I got about this much time. You in or out?
I didn't understand the play they gave.
Don't worry, kiddo, you'll adjust. I'd love to explain it all, but time's a wasting. You want some help or what?
I shall undertake your dark tutelage.
All right. Why don't we, step out back here?
I am where I am, and that's not in the theater of death.
Christ, it's stuffy in there, huh? This is much better. Now, we ain't got much time, but I figure somebody should fill you in on the bare bones stuff at least, you know? Could save your hide. You look wobbly. You even had a drink yet?
Wobbly are the walls of my mind.
Oh, man, we're popping a cherry here. Oh, you're gonna love this. All right, check it out. Blood, it's your new rack of lamb, your new champagne. Blood, your new fucking heroin, kid. Get ready, though, because, hey, it's never as sweet as the first time.
Sweet like a prom date?
Well, down around the corner there, I saw this human. Poor SOB can't find his car.
How do I do this dread deed?
All right. You go down there, casual like. You creep up on him, then bare those little fangs and feed. Don't worry if you weren't captain of the wrestling team or something, because it'll come so naturally you think you've done it 1,000 times already.
Will he then carry this curse in his veins?
Forget that comic book crap, kid. It don't work that way. Now go for it. Be sure, though, and this is important, so listen up. Be sure not to drain him dry, okay? It might be hard to resist, but don't kill him.
I go to drain the lascivious liquid. I hope you don't want to read the tutorials, because I certainly don't. Oh, delicious. No, not that I would know from real life. Especially not raw human blood. Of course not. Oh wait, I should stop. There we go.
Yeah. Yeah. Hell yeah, you're feeling it. I can see it in your eyes. You're a born-again predator. Feeling that blood bubbling inside you, lifting you up. That's it, kid. That's what it's all about right there.
So spooky. And when do I choose the color of my cape?
All right, now, you got the blood, you're feeling all kick-ass, feeling better than your best day living, but wait, it gets better. All kindred, that's our word for vampire. All kindred have a few things in common. Things that set them right square above humans on the food chain.
Tell me this tale.
Like sharper senses, a body that can take a beating, and if you play your cards right, eternal life. That's no sure bet, but still, a chance at immortality's not a bad deal. And that's just for starters. Fringe benefits for joining the club.
My lifeline will go on forever?
Well, you can still be destroyed, but forget the books and the movies. Garlic, it's worthless. A cross? Pfft, shove it right up their ass. A steak? Only if it catches you in the heart, and then it just paralyzes you. Running water? That's no problem. I bathe. Occasionally. Now, a shotgun blast to the head. Oh, that's trouble, boy. Fire? That's real trouble. Sunlight? Well, you catch a sunrise and it's all over, kiddo. Get it?
Like a bad sunbird.
Okay, now. The fuck is this? You get inside here and head upstairs. Meet up in a bit. I'm just gonna see what the ruckus is.
I'm going in. This right here is the reason I always do the tutorial, because I have no idea how to get the lockpick otherwise.
Come down here. Stay away from the windows. Oh, it's a Sabbat raid. The Sabbat, they're, Christ, I was hoping to spare you this shit till later. The Sabbat, well, they're mostly mindless, bloodthirsty assholes. That's all you need to know for now, alright?
Where does this path lead?
The Sabbat got wind of the gathering here, so they figured they'd raise a little hell, put a little heat on the new prince.
Tell me of the Jester Prince.
No time for political rundown. Job one, get out of here alive. Sabbat might be mindless, but they hit like a Mack truck, like raging savages. Nothing a fledgling like you wants to mess with.
If not the sword.
Shh, shh. Heads up. Back away. Dumb, frenzied Sabbat bastards. Alright, we gotta vamoose out the back quick. I'll stay and keep a watch out. You get us into the office. The door's around the corner here.
I shall invade this office. Oh yeah, I just remembered. You don't know this unless you've done multiple playthroughs, but the font on the Malkavian dialogue text is different than the others too. It's a bit harder to read until you get used to it. At least I found it quite a bit harder to read. It actually took me quite a while to read lines for the first few conversations.
Shortcut. Well, nicely done though. Not exactly an angel in life, were you?
My halo was terribly tarnished.
Cool. Now, if you want a lesson on how really not to act, take notes from those Sabbat assholes. You're a big bad vampire. Yeah, great, congrats. Now keep it to yourself. You go roar and you beat your chest, and that's what you can expect.
Why need we hide our nature?
It's the same reason you don't let humans see you feeding. It's why the wolf doesn't want the sheep to know he's there. It's also why you don't go juggling dumpsters or outrun the 815 from Sacramento, and it's why you didn't know any of this when you woke up this morning.
My eyes are beginning to open.
Keep our secret secret and you make things easier on all of us. We're living in the age of cell phone cameras. Fuck-ups ain't tolerated. Makes sense enough, right? Well, it ain't a casual thing for a fledgling like you.
My mind is beginning to cloud. Shine a light and explain.
That party back there with the guy in the suit and the McGilla gorilla? The assholes that put your sire to death? That's the Camarilla. They make a tidy business out of enforcing vampire laws like this one.
These Camarilla are my comrades?
Yeah, I'll tell you what I think some other time, maybe. I like to let people form their own opinions.
My minds have many opinions.
Alright, now don't worry, because I know the area a little. You know what? I'm glad we're in this situation, you and I. It illustrates a point. You gotta utilize your surroundings.
Paint me a picture.
You do what you gotta do. Theft, destruction of property, breaking and entering. These will be the least of your sins before the night's out. So look around here. We gotta get out the back there through that magnetically sealed door. There must be a key someplace.
I shall seek this key.
There we go. Now take that keycard and head out the back. I'll meet you out in the alley there. I'm gonna check out things from topside.
I will do this deed. So yeah, doors with keycards are not possible to pick. Nice range.
Fucking waste of unlife, these Sabat Vatos. You get winged? Hey, look at them potholes. Those will close up soon enough. Better feed, though. There's someone down the stairs here. It's not the freshest catch, but he'll do.
Does blood have vintage and bouquet?
Well, when it comes to feeding, it's quality blood you're looking for, not the quantity. Bums and lowlife don't pack the same punch that a healthy, well-bred human will. Juice bags with a pedigree. That's the good stuff. But you gotta take what you can get. You ever had a PhD, kid? Ooh, that's good stuff.
The thirsty rarely avoid an oasis.
Remember what I said, though. Don't kill them. At least not the innocent ones. You're a monster now. Make no mistake. One of the damned and the fallen. You need to hold on to every last shred of humanity you have.
What if I drain him dry?
An innocent's an innocent. You kill one, even a worthless bum, even by accident, and it's gonna cost you a piece of your own humanity. Bring you closer to that beast you got welling up inside you.
Yes, the dark beast coiled beneath the surface.
Beast, it's always there. It's waiting to take over. When it does, it's like a wild animal wearing your skin. Desperate, scared, reckless. He'll do anything to survive, and it's you that has to deal with the consequences.
What if a human tries to harm me?
I said innocent humans. If some asshole levels a 12 gauge your way, you drain him, skin him, and bash in his skull. Self-preservation is a vital part of humanity, after all. My favorite part, in fact.
Drain, skin, bash, and dash.
The only way to fight the beast is to keep in touch with your humanity, and don't go hungry. It's a fine line.
Such lines divide this world from the last.
All right, now go feed. Careful, though. He's gonna drain fast.
Aye, aye. You know, for a second there, I thought I had this glitch I had one time where the homeless person wasn't here. So there was no way to progress. Ugh. Got scared there for a moment.
Not quite as good, huh? You could do worse. There's some rats down the way. You think I'm kidding? You can survive feeding on animals if you can stomach that kind of thing.
Ugh! His neck tasted like your breath smells.
Well, give it a try.
I need to floss the flannel from my fangs. Yum.
You rat sucker. Hey, I don't care what you do, but just so you know, polite vampire society looks down on that kind of thing.
Etiquette demands they pass the salt for my rodent feast.
Keep it down. Got someone around the way here.
Only one?
Not too much of a threat by himself, but you never know if there's more in shouting range. You're gonna have to sneak past.
Where shall I sneak?
The building across from us with the garage door. There's some double doors on the far side. I'll meet you inside. Just stay low and stick to the shadows. And don't let him see you.
Now you see me, then you don't.
All right, go.
Gone. Sneaky, sneaky. Yep. I use third person for this because I can use that to see around corners. Magic. You can see on the left side there's the percentage chance you'll get seen, and the light level matters. So it's better to stick to the shadows.
Keep it quiet. They're inside here. Seems that shovelhead outside just got separated from his pack. He's wounded too. Go take care of him. Don't worry, he's probably greener than you.
How can you see his shade from here?
You're in for it
They don't have the most rigorous training program. In fact, that poor sod is lucky if he knows he's a vampire.
My own green paint is still fairly fresh.
He's probably just turned and beaten over the head. They like to do that. Make shock troops, cannon fodder, put him out of his misery.
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
He is a vampire, so be ready.
They're coming.
Vampire or no, he meets his maker.
Go get him.
Alcabo, Pixie, Queen,
Getting.
Carly's.
Ooh. Loot. If I didn't pick it up right now, he'd tell me to do it later, so...
That's that. Sounds like you got another pack moving in, though. The Saban are going all out. You better head underground, avoid stray bullets.
This plan is fine to me.
Alright, head down into the basement through the grate in there. Keep that tire iron handy. I'll be there in a minute.
Stop! You! Just stay back. Keep your distance.
This security guard, you could probably hear the recording wasn't the highest quality. This security guard here is part of the unofficial patch, or I think it's part of the plus patch, yeah, which adds some extra things. The base unofficial patch only fixes bugs, as far as I know. But then there's also another patch, part of the same installation, which adds a few things, like the levels that never got finished and were taken out, and things like this guy apparently.
Now, who the hell are you? You involved in all this? Because I'm gonna radio this in, and SWAT will be all over this place.
He's the tutorial for all the conversation options. The red option at the top is a discipline option. Disciplines are like magical powers that vampires have. They depend on their clan, and the power that a Malkavian has is called Dementation, which pretty much brings their crazy into other people's minds. So this is what this first option is, to use Dementation. There's also Dominate, which makes the person with a weak mind follow your orders. Wait, I'm trying to remember off the top of my head if there's any others in this game that affect conversation options, because a lot of them are just combat and stuff like that. Oh, and the red dot, it tells you how many blood points it costs, because disciplines use blood points, which you refill by drinking, and it's the bar on the right side, the vertical bar that filled up when I drank. Flee! Flee from the terror! Show me the path!
Yeah, okay. Alright, this way. This will lead us up to the warehouse. We can maybe sneak out that way.
Follow me not if you want to live. As you can see on the right side, I used a blood point for this. Hush now. It is fine.
Not sure what's going on. Sounds like the Sabat's getting scattered. I'm gonna keep an ear to the ground. Be careful going forward here. Could be a whole mess of them holed up.
More fun then. yeah, there are also some universal disciplines, like here I have Blood Heal and Blood Buff. Blood Heal is pretty much what it sounds like. Blood Buff gives you a bonus to all physical, what are they called? Attributes. Strength, dexterity, and stamina. And since I need dexterity to unlock this door, or dexterity goes into the lockpicking check, you can use that to help unlock doors. It's not very useful in a fight because it goes away almost immediately, as you could see on the top left. The green thing, the green text is means that the effect ended. It lasted for like what, half a minute. In a fight that wouldn't be useful. Auspex allows me to see through walls. The enemies get this outline. Oh wait, I need to switch to weapon.
I think they're clearing out. There's no need to go stirring up the hornet's nest till we know the score, though. Head through here. Come to an elevator around the way.
Till our next encounter at the elevator.
Meet you there. Don't let them catch you.
I'll do the fishing. Now I don't quite remember because I didn't use Obfuscate for quite a long time. I think on this level I'm not allowed. Yep, I'm not allowed to move. Okay, just check. Oh, okay. It also doesn't count down or whatever if I'm not moving. You can see at the bottom right next to the picture there's like a curved bar. If I move, that's going to deplete. If I don't move, it's not going to deplete. So I need to time this just right to get past them. Wait. Well, I screwed up immediately. If he detects me, it'll put me back to before he detected me. So he didn't detect me, but he came really close. I'm gonna kill him. Well, that was special. See, I picked ninja at the beginning. This is the result. Not really, but it turns out that way, doesn't it? Now you'll get to see me use dementation outside conversations.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember what it does. I think it reduces their combat stats a bit. Sneaky. I crouched down because I am not able to do this insta-kill if I'm not in stealth mode.
Huh?
I'm killing him too. No witnesses! Unless he sees me, of course. Yeah, he saw me. Let's pretend this didn't happen, yeah?
Huh?
What kind of a ninja would I be if I got seen? Please. I did not. There we go.
Fucking humans. Gangbangers protecting their turf. Oh, man. I'm here thinking it's Sabat moving up in here. It's the fucking locals about to take one for the hood.
Do we lick these locals?
Yeah, they probably seen too much. Here, take this 38. Fucking pea shooter, but a few shots in it'll take down a human.
These kinds of peas are undoubtedly deadly.
Well, I'm gonna want it back, so don't go die and lose it. I don't use guns much. They're noisy, they're clumsy, practically useless against vampires, but still, a kindred's gotta keep up with the times. And in modern-day Los Angeles, that means coming strapped.
Firearms sound foolish and feeble.
Well, yeah, some are more lethal than others, of course. Watch out for those shotguns. Ouch, those things can smart, I tell you.
I'll make sure to bypass any boomsticks.
Head up and clear out what's left of them. Can't have them running their mouths about any of this. I'm gonna make sure there's no stragglers around outside.
I will do this deed. Apparently this is my stock confirmation answer. The voices won't let me think of anything else. Yeah, I don't like gunplay in this game. It sucks. And also, I can't raise my firearms skill above 0 because I picked the ninja history at the beginning. But it's worth it, I don't like playing with guns anyway. Oh yeah, you can hit Jack.
Yeah, whenever you're done, sweet cheeks, we can move this show along.
Aw. He didn't say what I wanted him to say. He can say, oh, I'd be angry if I didn't think it was so adorable. And I find that quite funny. I wanted him to say that. For a minute there, I thought I was stuck. I missed. Ow. And now I got this stuff. Charge!
That's it, kiddo. Just like that, and it's all over. Everyone slinks back to their corners of the city for the night.
Surely this blood drama continues.
Until the next night, when the Camarilla finds some way to strike back. Parry, dodge, spin and all that, and so on, and so on, and so on.
These are the nightly battles of this ancient game?
Well, to be honest, you came at an interesting time, let's say. The Camarilla, the Sabat. Now, in LA, these are the new kids on the block. There's already plenty of Kindred had stakes down in California long before them. Now, we got every ancient Kindred rivalry playing out all over the city. A lot of tension out there. A lot of fear. A lot of jittery, high-strung predators clinging to their little pieces of eternity.
Hell is my eternal madness.
Oh, boy. I think they're looking for you outside. Guess you got a cab to catch. Was hoping to fill you in on a little bit more, but hell, you'll figure it all out.
We will. Now take your pea shooter back.
If you make it back, stop in at the last round. It's this bar downtown here. I'll fill you in on the politics. Now that's the stuff that'll kill you. Good luck.
We will be there after we close our eyes during the daylight. We finished the tutorial! Hooray! Here we are. Our new home. Let's see what's on TV.
Who says he smelled it a mile away. The mystery creature is thought to be some form of giant octopus.
Bored now.
Though
These news actually reflect your well, progress in the game. I don't think they reflect your choices, because most of the big things happen regardless of your choices. But they do reference, and they are also, some of it is foreshadowing. Oh, wait. Oh, I completely forgot about this. On the news, if you're playing a Malkavian, you get different news reports, which talk literally to you. Sometimes. Not all of them. Sometimes they do. I need to remember to do this after I finish a certain mission here. I need to remember to go look at the news. I hope I remember. If I don't, remind me in the comments. So. Oh yeah, I didn't mention this earlier, but I actually have to type things on the computer. Unless I'm trying to hack, which I can't because my computer skill is 0. Maybe I could have hacked this one, because the way it works here is that each feat here on the right is contributed to by 2 things, 1 attribute and 1 skill. So for hacking, the feat hacking, you need computer skill and wits attribute, and they add up. So I currently would have hacking 2 because my wits is 2 and my computer is 0. So maybe I could have actually hacked this one. The radio though. I'm not gonna listen to this right now because it would take a while, but I encourage you to look this up on YouTube. There's probably a video that has all the radio segments, because there's a show, and then after the show there's some commercials, and those commercials are just hilarious. They're great. Oh yeah, newspaper.
You got some change, mister?
Here, let me put some fortune in your misfortune.
That's very nice, thank you.
What I didn't say before is that humanity, up here, the lower your humanity is, the harder your frenzy checks are. Frenzy is this mode that triggers, and your vampire just goes crazy and starts killing and drinking blood, whatever. And that will generally break the Masquerade, so you don't want frenzying. It's also not good in combat because the vampire hits with the hands, even if you had a weapon out at the time, so it deals less damage. And you also can't dodge while the frenzy is happening because you can't control anything. So frenzy is just all around bad. And the frenzy checks get progressively harder as your humanity goes down and as you're running out of blood points. So right now my humanity is high, so frenzy checks will be okay. You're almost it's almost impossible for you to frenzy. I think I did frenzy once on like humanity 9 or 10, like once in all my playthroughs. And oh yeah, you can also frenzy when you take damage, I think, because I did frenzy quite a few times when the enemy hit me, which was great during boss fights. But my blood is fairly low, so I can use the opportunity to drink this guy because nobody's gonna see. Shut up. Okay, fine, I'm gonna drink you. But if I drain him dry, I'm gonna lose 1 humanity, so still, I got more blood out of him than I thought I would. that looks unpleasant. This guy here, if you have a high enough persuade or one of the disciplines that allows you to affect the minds of others, you can get him to go into that back alley where I came from, because he is one of those juice bags with a pedigree. He has a lot of blood. He can pretty much refill your blood pool completely from practically zero. But if you try to drink him here, you're gonna get seen. So he's here so you can... If you have high enough Intimidate, you can get money out of him. If you have Persuade, you can get blood out of him. I don't have Intimidate, so I can't get money out of him. I can probably use Dementation to get him into the back alley, but I won't yet. And he only stays here until a certain point in the main story, then he leaves. I don't actually remember which point exactly. Then he leaves, because he's waiting for a tow truck, and he will tell you if you ask him. But I'm not gonna talk to him right now. I am going to follow the bleeding crawling man, because he is my main objective. Ooh. Well, convenient, isn't it? Okay, I'm going to wrap it up here. We finished the tutorial. We got our introduction into the world of darkness. It was fun. We're going crazy. All is as it should be. So, until next time, I hope you enjoyed, and goodbye.